Isn't that lovely? Now, if you will, take your seats, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Let us begin today. Welcome back once again to the Church of Combustion. I am your humble servant, the Reverend Rod Knox. Now we gather here to speak to you a loss. Just a few number of weeks into our 2026 Rallycross season, not even a full event, before the championship math had ever had a chance to be written, the Goblin, our beautiful blue 1985 AW11 MR2, has left this plane of existence, melted, one might say, into the ether, and given its life so that we might understand what it means to believe in something broken. But brothers and sisters, we do not mourn death here in the Church of Combustion. No, we celebrate what comes after. For from the loss of compression comes diagnosis, and from catastrophe comes clarity, and from the ashes of one Toyota 4AGE comes new life in many forms. So come along with me as I tell you the tale of the first Kansas City region SCCA Rallycross event of 2026. Now let us speak first once again of what we have lost. There's a note in here. The Goblin arrived at a wonderful site we call Ray Rocks. Brother Miles was ready, and a fellow who looks an awful lot like me, but is not me, Brother Ian, was also quite ready. And the car was also very ready, not really, just sort of, kind of, maybe. It didn't really get much preparation, and we said it doesn't really need much, but it turns out, friends, that attitude might be what landed us right where we ended up. Now, the Goblin did not arrive at this first event without notice. Brothers Larry and Ryan had come in the mighty red bomber Miata, and they had arrived, it seems, with a chip on their shoulder. The Goblin has a reputation in this congregation, and on this particular Sunday, that reputation had a target on its back. They had thrown down, and the Goblin did answer the call at first. Right out of the gate, Ian ran a 54 second, and then a 52, down to a 53, even a 50.4.
Yeah, she's good. She's good.
Was his best run of the day. But here is the thing about a car that is slowly failing beneath you. The mechanical gremlins get into your head. Not to be confused with the Goblin. The Goblin is the car, the gremlins get into the Goblin, make Goblin bad. Every input that you make, you're wondering, is it the car or is it me? Distraction, my friends, distraction.
Are you f***ing kidding me?
But our heroes kept right on sending it. After lunch, smoke began to spew from the tailpipe like fire from the mouth of a petulant dragon. The car dying in between runs and being brought back to life with a turn of the key and a little bit of hope. But sometimes, friends, the key and the hope were not enough. Miles pulled out for what looked like his final run, and the car died right there on the spot. Some congregations might have called that a sign to call it quits, but this congregation saw a mighty hill to climb. Our great friends banded together, pushed the Goblin down hills, and Miles, at only 18 years old, wheeled the car down the hill, popped the clutch, wheeled the Goblin back into existence. And back it came for Miles on his last run. He scrabbled the car through, and then it was time for Ian's run number 7, and that never came. Because, friends, the motor...
I think it's lost.
The motor has given its last. This wonderful 4AGE has seen its very last shining moment. You could hear it in the bearings, and you could definitely see it in the slowly increasing times. The Goblin was not just having a bad day. It was telling us goodbye. And with it, perhaps, the championship? Our season-long story arc. Will the Goblin survive? Well, we've answered it on day 1, March 22nd, 2026, and the answer is more than likely no. But here's where you, the congregation, get to learn something true. What appears to be an end can merely be a new beginning. Because while the Goblin was giving its life, something else was happening on that very same course. In that same morning session, in that very same afternoon. Heat, something the brothers and sisters of this church have been waiting for. Hudson, At just a mere 15 years old, third Rallycross event of his life, and on the day that the Goblin died, Hudson made himself known to the congregation. Now let us run through his numbers together, shall we? Let us rejoice. Run 1, 57 seconds. New to the course, learning the layout, feeling the car. This is how it starts for everyone. Run 2, 54. 3 full seconds gone in 1 attempt. The course is coming into focus. Run 3, a cone.
Oh, no. God dang it.
As I said, cones do happen. But run 4 is a 56. Perhaps the cones got in his head. It happens to everyone, even the greats. Now after lunch, Hudson made a request and said, could he please have the new snow tires on the front of the car for the afternoon session. So fresh snow tires were applied to the front of the venerable Honda Fit, and then the course changed slightly for the afternoon, a little shorter, a little bit different. Run 5 was 47 seconds. The tires helped immediately. The course helped, and something just clicked for our Hudson. Run 6 was a 46.7, his best run of the day, and the fastest single run in novice class all day long. Hey man. Run 7, 47.8. Consistent, composed, already past the learning phase and now into refinement. When the totals were calculated. Now here's where it comes down to brass tacks, ladies and gentlemen. Hudson's combined time across all 7 runs was 368 seconds. And second place in the novice class. His nearest competition was 388 seconds. Now I don't know how good you might be at math, brothers and sisters, but that is a 20-second margin over 7 runs at his third Rallycross event, the age of 15. You gotta watch out for this boy. I tell you what, I say. While the old man's motor was dying a slow death on course, Hudson was slowly and methodically building the fastest time in novice class. Run after run, consistent and clean, but hungry, my friends, hungry. Now the car in question, the Honda Fit, it is not to be taken lightly. The Fit is not a joke. The Fit is not a novelty. And the kid behind the wheel, he's not just a passenger, he is a driver.
7. Lightning run there for the novice Hudson Smith. And he is not running like a novice. Those are some impressive times.
Do you know what it means when the apprentice becomes faster than the master? Do you know what it means when one MR2 dies and a Fit lives on? Or perhaps it means that the old dogs might need to step aside and prepare the next generation of the congregation to lead the way. This is the cycle, and this is Our Lady of Blessed Acceleration at work. Can I get an amen? Anybody? Still just me and that bird? Okay. Hudson could not have gotten there himself. Obviously, has the help of his family and his friends behind him, but more importantly, he has the beautiful, the humble Honda Fit that starts every event strong and just keeps on going. And that's what every Honda Fit does. It just keeps on going. This one's at 208,000 miles. And it's beaten every novice in the class by 20 seconds. Mark my words, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know this already, you should get to know. You watch some of the videos from the past of outside, inside, outside racing, this humble congregation's parent organization. You will see some wonderful fit-off competitions. And you might understand then why you need to get yourself a Honda Fit. Take it out to autocross, rallycross, or even a track day. Whatever you might have near you, you check your local SCCA and NASA sports car regions. Put some good tires on it, you go out and you drive it hard, and it will still be there at the end of the day to chariot you home as your low mile per gallon compatriot, and it will be ready for more the next day. And on this day, Hudson proved what we have proved so many times before, that the Fit is a real competitor. But what about the poor Goblin? What do we do with yet another dead AW11 MR2 and 4AGE motor? Well, here is the protocol, brothers and sisters. Before we read the Goblin its last rites, we stepped in to measure its heartbeat one last time. we found out that 3 of the 4 cylinders had some life left, but number 4 was surely done. 30 pounds of pressure at the most, where the others registered above 120, 130 pounds. And now we have done what any faithful congregation member does. We went out and we found another 4 AGE. That's what you do. You have to. You don't have another choice. But we got another 3-rib 4 AGE from our buddy Henry. It had sat outside for quite some time, and honestly, it looks rough. It looks like it might have been on the Titanic, friends, but rough is honest, after all. Now, I had thought that Brother Miles, at age 18 years old, being the co-driver of the Goblin, would take the lead on the teardown, but instead his younger brother Hudson has stepped up and torn down not 1, but 2 4AGE motors, as he is quite interested in having one for himself for a car that you will see very soon, I have no doubt. So yet another 4AG will go under the knife, and it will be built with better oiling this time, as we received the word and used our brains and figured out that it's probably just gravity, mostly, that's causing poor oiling in these motors. And then, perhaps, come season's end, there may be a beefier solution to our problems. Maybe from an old Camry, I hope. But for now, we're gonna get it through the season. We're gonna get this one cleaned up, rebuilt, and made to last. This protocol has 3 stages: a diagnosis, preparation, and installation. And I would say right now the process is somewhere in the neighborhood of 12% done. That's not bad. That's not nothing. So the Goblin will rise again, but not immediately. I mean, not immediately. Probably not in time for the second event of the season, but for event number 3, the Goblin might return. And then the question will no longer be, will it survive? But it will be, can the younger Hudson keep up with the MR2 when it's back in its fighting prime? So in closing, the good book here tells us every driver will face a test and every car will face its limit. But sometimes the measure of a congregation is not in avoiding that moment, but what we do when that moment arrives. And though the Goblin sadly arrived at this moment, it did so at full throttle, given everything that it had. And in this moment of failure, something greater revealed itself. Hudson is ready. The fit is ready. And the motor on the stand, it has no choice but to be ready. This is not the end of the Goblin story, friends. No. This is just an intermission. And when the lights come back up at the next Kansas City Region Rallycross event, we will know if faith and horsepower can triumph over poor oiling and some poor luck. So until next time, remember, friends, it is speed in moderation, it is power under control, and you must go out and find your own apex, for it is better late than never. We will see you next time. I hated most of it.